Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Mines Encounter, and this one's under the command of talon1958, and he's sent in a second replay. I was expecting one from Angelina because she was in second place and Talon was in the lead, but no, Talon got there before her, and he sent us in this replay. Game on. Well, this is quite surprising because Talon was already in the lead with a first-class tanker, a bruiser and a Confederate, and I fully expected Angelina to come up with something that would equal his score, because after all she only had a second-class tanker and she's well capable of getting an ace. And looks like first victim's turned up, rounds out, just misses the VK3002M. Oh, looks like our Cromwell's in trouble. Yeah. And we've noticed where one of the enemy Arty is. There's two enemy Arty, and one of them's actually gone over to the left-hand side, or the west side, near the rocks, and the other one stayed near the capital. We're seeing the tracer coming out from those areas, so yeah, I don't think those guys are going to live very long. What if Talon has anything to say about it? Yeah, in fact, it's very obvious which of them is the Burt, because there's an FP304 on the enemy team. And, well, he's firing very regularly every 8 to 9 seconds. And he's not relocating either, which is going to cause problems for him. But at the moment, Talon is very interested in the enemy tanks. And so he's laying the shells in as fast as he can. Plus, of course, this being an encounter battle means that he needs to pay attention to the cap area to make sure that the enemy doesn't start capping it. It's very easy for the south team to try and get into this area and cause problems. Well, he has to go into the bushes now because there's an enemy tank up ahead, and his sixth sense didn't go off, so he didn't get spotted, but he's rather close to that bush, which means that the enemy tank just down there, which is an E25, might have spotted him if he fired in that general direction. Fires around it, lands right next door to the E25, the cockroach, but he managed to get away even though he got stunned. Okay, well, the other RT on the enemy team is an SU-8. You can see that now. He's the one over near the cap area, well, not the cap area, the spawn area, going for the CC-67. Direct hit, 166 from that one. Getting lots of notifications, mainly coming from the Scorpion at the moment, requesting fire at that very guy. And Talon's obliging. Always nice when you see that the enemy team, well not the enemy team, your own team rather, is actually responding to your comments in chat, because if they know that you're actually responding to them, they might do something that helps you get the stun assist. Well, there's a kill there, but it wasn't for Talon. The enemy kill was a TNH 105-1000 who got wiped out by the Scorpion, and I think that Scorpion is very, very happy with Talon's results so far, because he's nailed a few of the tanks that Talon's been working on. Okay, that KB3 rounds out. That looks close. The Scorpion didn't try and have a go at that one. The FP304 is getting even closer. Now he's moving to the forward position, which is not a position I recommend, because if you do get spotted, and he has been spotted, then you're going to get wiped out, and Talon's going to take him out. Rounds out. And he has. One shot. I did say that he wouldn't have a very long battle if Talon got hold of him, and he did. Right, just needs to take out that SU-8, and then he's also got a counter battery. Going for the IS. Direct hit. And looks like we got a reset there, because the enemy has got 3 in the cap. 3 in the cap? No, 1 in the cap at the moment. Just the IS, but he keeps getting reset, and if he stays around in that position, he's going to regret it. Talon is styling in. He's ready to go. Rounds out straight away, and another hit and another reset. Okay, in the meanwhile, he's having a look down to the south because it looks like that E25 came back after one of our tanks got blown up just there on the edge. He went down to the corner and the E25's having a quick look. Mind you, that E25 probably won't stay there for very long. There's no guarantee he hit there, but the IKV-90B is going to stop the E25 moving any further up. So in the meantime, Talon can actually start applying shells towards the IS. There's our teammate in the M44. Talon's decided instead that rather than have to worry of that E25 spotting him, it's actually going to go behind the rock. And in fact, actually, the E25 has been spotted, and in fact, he just got hit by the IKV-90 with his 90mm gun. And so he's now down to a one shot for Talon, if Talon can get a shot on target. Trouble is, he's gone into cover now. The only tank in the capping area is the IS. Unfortunately, he's gone behind the building, so the only way that Talon's going to be able to get a shot on him now is to try and splash him. Oh, IKV-90 on the enemy team decided to dive off the cliff, off the castle rubber, and he's ended his game. Okay, we'll be able to get a splash. Oh, he hits the building instead, and he's been spotted. So the E25 saw him. And the annoying thing is now that means the enemy SU8 might have a go at him. In fact, his teammate in the M44 got wiped out. And there's enemy fire coming in. Yeah, 117 hit points lost. It's not the best place to be in. Now that the SU8 knows where we are, he's more than likely going to try again. The best place to go from now is actually to move a bit further back so that the enemy can't see precisely where we are. And neither can the E25. That E25, being allowed to come back to that rock, actually did us a disservice. The IKV pulled into Nigel's spot at C1, waiting for the E25 to try and come in behind our guys. We're down by 2 at the moment. Trying to get a reset. Now, go to the above mode if you can. That will help. Going to above mode works out where the shell is likely to land just on the corner. I think he's going to fire it. No, he's actually getting ready for the Achilles, who's actually attacking our IKV at the moment, but he can't get a shot over the rock where he is. And the enemy IS has been blocked by the Scorpion and the T25AT. Now the enemy lost their E25, so somebody else got him in the meantime. Probably it was probably the IKV-90. The Achilles is about to come around that corner, in which case he's more than likely going to get spotted. Wiped out by Talon with a shotgun. Now he did get spotted, so I think unfortunately it means that there's a Tiger 131 who might have a few words to say with Talon, but he's very low on hit points and he might not survive a shotgun at close range either. So Talon's decided he's going to stay behind this rock and wait for the Tiger to come to him. If the Tiger does go near him, he'll proximity spot and then he'll be able to do something about it when he gets to the corner. Now if I was in the Tiger, I'd side scrape on the opposite side to actually just see the corner of the SPG and then I could take him out. But if this guy is not aware of that, if he just bulldozes his way around the corner, he might get around right in his side and that will be the end of him. There's only 2 enemies left. They're SU8. Oh, it's the SU8 who's trying to get us, and in fact actually the Tiger has decided to go towards the cap, and so Talon is re-aiming on the Tiger from a distance. Rounds out. Kill shot! Wonderful! And that means now there's only 1 enemy left. It's the SU8, and now he can go and get revenge on that guy. And if he can kill the SU8, well, he would end up with a counter battery, because he killed the FB304. But it looks as if he's headed for the cap area at the moment. You know, I think that SU8 might just try to come to the cap anyway to get a reset that way. And so if Talon was to sit in the cap and wait for the ambush, I'm sure the SU-8 would turn up and come to him. I'd be very tempted myself to drive to the enemy cap and enemy spawn point. You can see that he's still firing from that direction. He did get a reset, I'm afraid, because the Scorpion is headed south. Oh, now, yes, one of these buildings is the best place to hide behind, and I'd say where the Jagdpanzer here is located is probably the best. I'd go in there. Not plenty of time, but he's decided he's going to attack from above. Yep, the SU-8 is on the run. He's fired around him from above. No, okay. Scorpion is going to spot him. He just needs to stay within range. If he can do that from the cap area, that'd be great. It gives the SU-8 an incentive to actually come back here. He's going to fire over these houses. Probably not the best place, but a bit further around where it's open, and that will make it easier to actually fire in that general direction. Well, we know where he's still firing from. It's the corner, and I'm not sure if that's out of range, but he needs to move over a bit. That's better. That should do it. Okay, he's going to the aim. See, is he out of range? No, he's not out of range. You can do it. One shot this guy. Come on, Mr. Scorpion. Let us have this one. Rams out. Oh, nice hit. Now, please, let us have this one more shot to kill. And then we've got the counter battery. You can do it. This is so good. Oh, Scorpion, you stole it away from us. Well, despite the fact that the Scorpion stole away that counter battery fire medal from Talon at the last split second, he was almost loaded. One more round would have been enough. Unfortunately, because the SU-8 moved slightly further back, he didn't get a direct hit on the cockpit area. If he had hit the cockpit area, I'm pretty sure he would have got a penetrating shot to get the 480 he needed to take out that SU-8. But I'm afraid, no, the Scorpion just couldn't wait any longer. And I suspect he might have also been trying to platoon with Talon to get the 3 kills each, and then they could both benefit with the brothers in arms. But he didn't need to worry about this one, because look at this. Ace tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 7. And he got a Confederate as well, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate from that one was 3,046, which is Super Unicum standard. So very well played by Talon. Would have been nice to get the extra medal, but by doing this, he's actually got an ace tanker. That means he's won the Weekend Lions straight away, just like that. And, well, Angelina doesn't need to submit any more replays because Talon's won. So it's going to be very nice for him this weekend to enjoy his lion. He could always, you know, put it on credit and allow Angelina to get the lion as well, and then he'll get the lion at another weekend. But of course, you know, he won the contest fair and square, and it was a good game, very good game. I was fully expecting that tiger to come around the corner and try and blow him away at close range, but no, he tried to go for the cap to get the reset. And he paid for it because Talon is not going to miss an opportunity like that to put a round through the rear of a tiger, which of course he'll easily do with his 15 centimeters. So very well done. Let's have a look at team score. Well, when it came to damage in that one, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the IS on the enemy team. The guy who was capping all the time, he got 2,794 hit points of damage. The second highest damage went to the 703 which is the one with the 122mm gun, 2,699 hit points to him. And the third highest went to the IS-3 on the enemy team with 2,627. We can see Talon got 1,479 out of that game, and of course the Confederate. The Scorpion, who pipped him to getting that kill at the end, Well, at least he got a defender for resetting the cap so many times, and 1,534, slightly more than Talon, but of course he stole a medal away from Talon at the end. When it came to kills, well, it was the IS who did the best with 4 kills. Second place, joint second place, the Scorpion G and Talon managed 3 kills apiece. And then there was 3 tanks with 2 kills, the 7032, the IS on his own team, and the KB3 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was the 7032 did the best with 1,042, the only player to get over 1,000. T34-3 managed 975, and Talon managed 908 in 3rd place. Talon fired 18 rounds in that game, which is reasonably good, but you got 27 rounds with the stock gun. With the top gun, you actually get less. You only get 18 rounds, so it just goes to show that having the stock gun really does improve your scores because it allows you more shots at the enemy, even though you get less from the alpha. He got 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration and 11 splash. Now I'm betting that the splash, the penetration was the FV304 because he really walloped that guy. In fact, actually, there you go. Is it that guy? Yes, it is. The FV304 was penetrated and wiped out. Well, it doesn't have very thin armor, so not surprising that he took out the FV304. He also got 1,479 hit points, of which 1,313 were at more than 300 meters. The close shot was the Achilles, which he slammed right into the side. And the Achilles, you notice, he actually went straight for the corner, thinking that that's where Talon was. But because Talon had moved very carefully from the corner all the way round to, well, he wasn't all the way round in the corner, but he was on the corner, and he moved to the other position. He saved his neck because the Achilles had it wrong, and he got a side shot right into the guy, and the Achilles must have been kicking himself after doing that because he thought that Talon was over in the corner. He wasn't. He also got 2 hits by way of splash because that enemy SUA definitely wanted to try and kill him. And when he knew he was in the corner, he thought he was an easy kill, but he just couldn't get the shell to land in the right spot. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 451 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns, and he got 42 capture points and 38 defense points. He earned 41,037 credits for the game, 20,519 from personal reserves, 53,132 from holiday ops, 114,688 credits altogether. And after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 104,884 credits profit. 1,362 XP times 2 for the first victory, 2,724 for holiday ops, and 1,362 from personal reserves, 6,810 experience points altogether. I'm sure he's very happy that he got the win in this one. It was a pretty spectacular one. It's a pity that the Scorp just wouldn't let him have that last kill. If he just let him have that last shot on the SU-8, one more shot was all he needed, and he would have finished that guy off and ended up with not only an ace tanker, bruiser and a Confederate, but a nice counter battery as well. So sad about that, but good about the fact that he's got the weekend lion. Now the question is, will he allow Angelina to take that lion instead of him or not? I've set a little conundrum there. I think most of you have actually seen that, I think it was not last weekend, but the weekend before, there was a contest on Steve Wolf's channel, on his stream, and yes, he had a contest to win £325 for a Nintendo Switch, and it was by a draw, and the first person that was picked out of the hat unfortunately wasn't around or wasn't available because his power went out just at the moment that the draw came on, so he wasn't able to respond. By the time he got the power back on and was able to get back to the channel and found out that his name had been picked, they'd already done a reselect and they'd selected myself as the winner. And because it was taking me a little while to get the process of validation for my own win, and he came back on, said he'd had a power out. And I felt so sorry for the guy because it was not his fault that he lost out on the draw. So I said, well, okay, well, I didn't have the money. So I just said, we'll give it to him instead. And so he got the money. I think actually everybody was really surprised about it. But I think the nice thing was that it was Steve who actually put that £325 up. So well done to him in the first place. I know it's one of the things he does on his channel, which is another reason to watch his channel, because, you know, it does happen occasionally that people win a Nintendo Switch. So they get £325 instead if that's what they want. As a good reason to watch his channel. But it's also that he is absolutely hilarious. He's a far better video content producer than I am by far. I mean, I can't match his sort of videos. They are just so funny. And of course, he takes the mick out of the whole game in general. But if you want to watch the moment when it happened, I've actually left it on my own personal Facebook page. So you can actually see it there. If you are a friend with me on Facebook, you'll be able to find out what actually happened at the time. But it was rather funny. It's always nice, actually, sometimes to say, okay, no, give it to the other person in the circumstances, because it adds to the community, and it helps everyone in the long run feel great about themselves, and also makes the community so much better. So, yeah. Well done to Talon. You won this weekend, and now Angelina's going to have to work hard to get next week's one. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.